Hello, basketball coaches and basketball players. My name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you my favorite and best team basketball passing drills. So, if you're looking for some passing drills or just basically drills to help your team pass the ball better and maybe have some better in-game coordination when it comes to passing, these are the drills for you and your team. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. Okay, so in this first drill, we're going to have two lines. We're going to have this line starting with the basketball. What we're going to be having now is player 3 passing the ball up to player 5. He is going to be going and contesting that shot. Next, player 5 is going to take that shot. Player 3 is going to box out player 5. And then, once that basketball hits that ground once, we want player 3 to go and chase down that ball wherever it may have gone. Now, if it bounces, it goes in and it just bounces underneath the rim, or if it bounces on this side of the half of the court, what we want is for player 5 to pop out towards this side, player 3 to get that rebound, and for him to pivot and pass the ball out to player 5. Now we're going to be having player 5 pass back to that line, and they're going to be going into the opposite lines they started from. Now player 1 and 4 are up. Player 4 is going to pass to player 1. He's going to go and contest that shot, and player 1 is going to shoot. Let's say he misses over to this side. What's going to happen is player 4 is going to go chase down that basketball, and player 4 is going to sprint out towards this opposite side. Player 4 is going to outlet the ball to player 1. And then at this time, he is going to then pass the ball back to player 4 across the court, and player 4 and 1 will switch sides. Now, going from there, you could also start with 2 basketballs, depending on how much you really want to pass the ball across the court. Personally, I go 2 basketballs. It makes it go a bit quicker. Now this next drill is a screen and roll passing type drill. So we're going to have player 4 now pass over to player 2. Player 4 is going to go and set a screen for player 2. Player 2 is going to use that screen. Player 4 is going to run off of that screen. He's going to roll. And player 2 is going to pass him the ball for the layup. Now, player 4 is the one who went for the layup and went for the screen, so he's going to pass the ball back to this line. Player 2 is going to go in the back of that line. Player 4 is going to go in the back of that line. And then you're going to continue it through. So, again, same thing. Set a screen, roll, and pass and layup. Very nice, very quick. Great for warm-ups before a game as well. So this next drill I've showed you a few different times on this channel. It's called box passing. We're going to have player 5 pass to player 2. Actually, there's a few different types of box passing. I'm going to show you every single one of them that I use myself. So player 5 is going to pass to player 2. He's going to follow his pass. Player 2 is going to pass back to him, and then he's going to do a touch pass back to player 2. He's going to go in the back of that line, and it's going to be the exact same thing all the way around the court. And then, once we get to a point where we've gotten used to this drill, we can now add a second ball and do the exact same thing, both going in the same direction. So now they're thinking quicker. It's not just an easy, relaxed drill anymore. And then you can get to the point, if you have enough basketballs and you have enough players, you can get to the point where you can have 4 basketballs going. And basically, instead of it going to the first person in line, obviously there's not going to be a next person in line right here. They're going to be going to the second person in line. They're going to be doing the exact same thing with that player, and they're going to be going around in the same direction. Now this next drill, I've never actually seen until I went down to the States for the training camp with the Erie Bayhawks, and it was another box passing drill. They may have run it at young age groups, but a lot of the players were messing up. I was one of the few that didn't. And from there, basically, this is really difficult. So we're going to have player 1 pass across. I call it a cross right drill. So player 1 is going to pass across. He's going to follow his pass, and he's going to go in the back of that line. Next, player 3 needs to go right, and he's going to go in the back of that line. Now player 1 is going to be passing across, and he's going to be following his pass, and he's going to be passing right. Basically, it's very simple. You go across and then right, across then right, then across again, then right, and across again, and then right. And you keep on going across, right, across, right, across, right. Now, you can add a second basketball. You wouldn't be starting it across from each other. You could if you really wanted to be confusing, but we're going to be having it so that we are going to be having two basketballs, across and right, and it's going to keep on going across and right, right, cross, cross and right, cross, right, cross, right. Very simple, very hard, both at the same time. Now with this drill, I would actually get my players to be yelling out at the same time what type of pass that they're doing. And I would have the whole team saying it, because then it's a lot easier for the player with the ball to think, oh, I'm supposed to go right now instead of across. Things like that. And we did this drill up with 4 basketballs at one point. So we built up from 1 basketball to 2, 2 to 3, and then all the way to 4. This was a tough drill to run. It made you think a ton. Now this is a great passing drill. We ran it in high school in the grade 11 and 12 age range for our warm-up before the game. We actually first seen this drill when we were in a tournament down in California, and basically what you're going to be doing here is always across passes and following your pass. So we're going to have the ball starting down here. Player 2 is going to pass across to player 1. He's going to follow his pass. Player 1 is going to be passing to player 5, and he's going to be following his pass. Player 5 is going to pass to player 1. He's going to be following his pass. Then we're going to have player 5 blue cutting towards the rim. Player 1 is going to pass him the ball, and he's going to go in for that layup. Player 1 is going to follow his pass, but go out towards the point. And again, we're going to be running this through again. So across, through, across, follow, across, follow, and then player 1 is cutting towards the rim, gets that ball, and goes in for that layup. Now, I hope that these drills help your team win more games and also understand and think before they pass the ball. Anyways, I will see you guys again later on today for the second video of the day.